Hi folks, I'm here to talk about my creative relocation package, which actually is up live on my website at the moment and you can book. And I wanted to give the background behind the reasons for moving to 6-session packages. But before that, I wanted to touch on the current major planetary conjunction, which is known as the Sun-Mars Cazimi. That's when a planet is completely conjunct the Sun. And, Mercury and Venus, it happens quite regularly because those planets move faster. Sun-Mars is a bigger deal because those planets only conjunct each other every 2 years. And this is the first time since 1991 that these two planets were conjunct in Scorpio. So what it effectively means that Mars is vitalized by the Sun. So Mars is taking on a sun-like quality. And I certainly saw it in action morning, noon and night when I was in Bari on my Italian sailing reunion. It was literally go, go, go from Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of stops for lunch, plenty of stops, for cafes and to sit and chat. But it was also, we were very much on the go from 10 in the morning till, 10 at night, sometimes even 11 at night. So that's the embodiment of a Cazimi. For me, I saw it again when I was traveling from Bari back to Florence and then on to Lucca, where I arrived last night. It came up on the screen that the train was traveling at 248 kilometers an hour. So that's the pure embodiment of Mars. And so it's the ideal time to say, look, I'm going for it. There's no more stopping. There's no more stalling. There's no more faffing around. I've talked a lot about the Pluto Capricorn planetary combination that we have at the moment as well. But the Sun-Mars one, because the Sun and Mars are still very tight together for another couple of days. So they're kind of like wiggling around each other, that they don't have the exact conjunction, which was a couple of days ago. But it really is a time for saying, look, there's no more faffing around. There's no more deciding, will I do this or will I do that? Just take action and go for it. So the lower embodiment of it can be, expressing your anger too quickly, which always isn't a good idea. But sometimes, expressing how you really feel about something is actually what you most need to do. Somebody said to me a couple of years ago that a healthy Mars is assertive, not aggressive. So a healthy Mars says, this is actually what I want. And leave it at that and see what happens. And sometimes by saying what you want and not making, outrageous demands, or not, getting emotional about what you want, sometimes by just saying, this is what I want, and sitting back, it comes to you far easier than if you strive for it. Because particularly women, have this mindset that, we have to work hard for things. We have to be multitaskers. And some of the most successful business women I know, but also some of the happiest business women I know, are women that have small teams behind them and that focus on what they do best, and they let other people do the stuff that they're not as good at. So that brings me to my creative relocation package. I've posted quite a lot in blogs and also on social media about the reason behind moving to 6-session packages. And one of it was the sheer frustration of people saying, well, actually, I want to go straight to astrocartography. I don't want to bother with my natal chart. I don't want to bother with my transits because I know them. And then when they would come to the astrocartography session, it would transpire that it might have been 10 years since they had their natal chart done. So, before you decide to relocate, and the package isn't specifically designed that you have to relocate. It's designed to help you live a more creative life wherever you are. And that may involve relocating, that may not. Like for me, my move to Lucca for the winter was very much driven by the desire to live a more creative life, but also by the desire to live a more simpler day-to-day life. As many of you know, I talk a lot about in West Cork, I have to go in, get in the car and drive everywhere. So to do the simplest thing can take me 2 or 3 hours, whereas I've just come back from only 2 or 3 hours walking the streets of Lucca and got tons of day-to-day practical stuff done and still managed to sit in a cafe and write, which is one of the prime desires of my life. So the creative relocation package comprises a natal chart session, then 2 transit sessions, then a solar return session, then 2 relocated chart sessions combined with astrocartography. And we usually focus on 3 places in the world that you're most drawn to for both those sessions. And again, there's a reason why the clients have to pick the sessions. There's absolutely no point in me picking the session because the places that you're drawn to, because on some some level, your soul is drawn to certain places at certain times. Sometimes it's actually a transit that draws you to a certain place at a certain time. Sometimes we're drawn back to places in the past, not to relive past events, but to clear things from the past before we can move forward. That's certainly what my last 4 years in Ireland ended up being about. And as many of you know, I kind of kicked and screamed about it quite a lot. But it was something that was very necessary to do. And it was something very necessary to complete everything that needed to be done there before I could then move somewhere else and live a simpler life. So, you know, a huge part of the Creative Relocation package is also designed to get into the nuts and bolts of like, what do you really want? What do you really want in your life for the next 3 to 5 to 10 years? And at the end of the 6 sessions, not only will you know exactly what you want, you will know how to go about getting it, what you need to let go of to get it. Because very often to live the life we really, really want, we have to let go of for the old parts of our life. One of my favorite sayings is your new life will cost you your old one. Sometimes we're simply not ready to let go of our own life, but sometimes that might be what we most need to do. So if any of you have any questions about the package, as I said, the bookings are open at the moment on the website, and the prices will be going up in the beginning of January. So if any of you want to find out more about the package, or to give me more information about yourselves, to find out if there's one particular area in your life you want to focus on that I can help you most with, just hop on my website and book a free call. The link to booking the free call is on the banner of the website, which is marthaclarkastrology.com, or else just drop me a DM on Facebook. The Facebook handle is also Martha Clark Astrology, and it's the same on Instagram. So I look forward to work. I won't be taking too many people into this package because it takes, there's a lot of preparation work in the charts, particularly when it comes to the transits, particularly when it comes to the astrocartography. Because when I look at the transits, I look at what was going on in your life for the last 6 months, or sometimes, we'd even go back 2 or 3 years if you had a major transit before coming to me. And then we usually, go about maybe 12 to 18 months in advance, but we can certainly go further. That's the point of having 2 transit sessions. So I'll be popping on more often to give you more information about this package, because it really is what I'm focusing on for the next 6 months. So look forward to working with you, and do pop me a message if you'd like to know more, or do hop on my website to book a free call. Thanks a lot, and lots of love from beautiful Bami Luca. Bye now.